Welcome to Tarot Q&A Tuesday. It's Anzac Day. We're going to do things a bit different today. Today you get to choose a colour and a special pack of tarot cards. I have 3 different colours and 3 different tarot decks. I will introduce you to them and then you can choose what you're most drawn to. You might choose to choose a colour or you might be drawn to a particular deck. It's either 1, 2 or 3. You can even select your favourite number. To begin with, we have a royal blue. Royal blue, this is the essence of royal blue. And under royal blue, we have the Rider-Waite tarot deck. So this is the original, although this particular pack is a revised edition. We're going with the Rider-Waite deck. That's number 1, royal blue and the Rider-Waite deck. Then we have green, an emerald green one would say, and this is an Aura-Soma product to show that we can use the energies of colour within our tarot readings. This is going to be aligned with the Seers Tarot. The Seers Tarot. This is a very modern deck. It's very colourful, it's very beautiful, and a little bit more cheeky than the original. Then, that's number 2. Number 3 is white. If you're drawn to white over the colours, this is your pack for you today. Now, this is a very, very, very special deck called the Mythic deck. Now, the Mythic deck is actually my very first deck. This pack I've had for nearly 30 years. Nearly 30 years, guys. So this is a very special deck and a little bit different. Some of the symbolism is different. The stories are different. The meanings are actually even different. So there you go. Choose your number, colour or deck and allow us to read for you. Today we're going to choose only 3 cards per deck. There will be an element of past, present, future. However, you will know whether this is way in the past or yesterday or last week or last month or last year or whatever the time frame is for you. You may even like to preempt that. Otherwise, I think you'll just know. I feel you'll just know what it means. All right? Now, because there might be a bit of a delay between number 1, 2, and 3, I will put the timestamps in the comments of this video. So you can look at the comment section or the blurb on the video and see how you can whip straight forward into the choice that you've made today. So let's talk about the Rider-Waite deck as I'm shuffling. I actually love this deck the most because the symbolism is very accurate compared to the New Age decks, the new versions where the symbolism is lost a lot and only some of the messages have come through to the illustrators and the writers of those new decks that are coming through. However, that doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just a different way of working with the tarot. And I love the ancient wisdom. I love the stories and the teachings from the original versions of tarot. But we're coming into a new dimension on planet Earth, and there it leaves room for a lot of newness and upgrades and doing things differently. Okay, so we are going to get 3 cards for number 1. This is the royal blue. Let's put some royal blue vibes in the air as we are picking the colour and the tarot. Okay, let's talk about this. Card number 1. Card number 1. Okay, card number 2. 2. Okay, we're just whizzing along. This is speed tarot, guys, speed tarot. So whilst we could put a lot of time into the details, these are really quick snippets of advice, especially for you. If you'd like a tarot reading, a personal tarot reading with me for an hour long, just all about you, feel free to hit me up. Send me an email. You can have that anytime you like. I do them on Zoom, I do them in person, whatever works for you. 1, 2, 3. Are these the correct cards? Correct cards. We're going to choose them all before I actually launch into... Are we? No, we're not. We're actually going to read them while we're in the vibration of the royal blue energy. Now we're turning them over Oh, this is beautiful. This is a great story, guys. It's so easy for me to tell, but this is probably going to be a bit of a quick reading. So what I'm seeing here is that in the past, you have been in a thought, a confusedness, a stuckness, and really it just feels like a crossroads. Now, this is pretty common as a human to have, should I go this way or that way? A bit of a conundrum of challenges. That's not the correct term, but you know what I'm saying. And this, for me, has led into telling you about a new business or career or business idea. This is the Ace, or otherwise known as the One of Pentacles. The One represents the start, it's a new beginning, and the money represents something that is about stability or safety, something that is about human life, really doing life on the practical, earthed, tangible ways of doing things, money, land, houses. So if you've got a new project that is very, what is the word I'm looking for? I'm just going to say practical and grounded, really human life. So that would be in comparison to going on a spiritual journey. So this is the start of potentially a new job, a new career, a new business, a pay raise, instigating a new pay raise, if that's what you're questioning. So we were at a crossroads. This person is blind to the answers. You can see blind. They've got a blindfold on, literally, with two swords at the cross. And this represents the thoughts, being the swords, are creating the lack of vision. Even though we think we need to think our way through a process or a problem, in fact, if we can just drop the swords and stop being so rigid in our thinking, we will actually allow the solution to rise. Now, if you look again at this card, just for those who are interested in reading tarot, this particular card is surrounded by water behind the person. So they are looking ahead, trying to find the answer with their mind. Whereas if they drop that effort and push towards and they just sink into what is, that water actually represents their inner knowing, their inner knowledge, the ability to tap into the universal consciousness. And that is otherwise known as your intuition, your innate knowledge. And it is a reminder to go within, and in this case, because you are not, we are giving you a thumbs up. So if, for example, you were thinking, should I change jobs? Or is this new business idea a good thing? Or should I just carry on as I am? Or is this new business strategy a good idea? Or anything that's considering changing what you're doing and starting a fresh way of doing it, yes, do it. And now is the time. Now, stepping forward into the future, we see the results giving you great happiness, almost a sense of wonder and awe, as if you're a child, really having a fresh new lease of life. Being able to see life as rainbows and unicorns and sunflowers and pretty things. It really gives you the chance to be innocent again, because you've let go of the Groundhog Day, of the stagnant ways that we can be launching in if we don't find fresh inspiration, or if we're too busy worrying in our mind to feel into the flow that our soul is calling us to do. It's very positive reading, just saying, don't worry about it, man. It's okay. You really just need to let that mind stuff go and launch into that new idea that you've had about anything to do with security, survival, money, work, houses, all that human practical stuff. Alrighty, that is the beautiful blue, the royal blue. I love this particular Orosoma product because it is actually opening of the third eye, which is very interesting that it came aligned with this reading, because that was encouraging us all to drop out of the thoughts, right? And really come back into that intuition, listening and seeing through our third eye and not being blind with our actual physical eyes. So if you want a bottle of that, you can get some of that for yourself. All right, number 2, pack 2, the beautiful Seers Tarot deck. Love the colors in this. I love the colors, speaking of colors. And this is emerald green we're going to use today. So we're going to flow into that. It's very heart-related energy. Providing space for our heart to open up and really allowing ourselves to see from the heart. There you go. What 3 cards do we need for pile 2? Pile number 2. Number 1. 1, 1, 2, 2. 2. Are you in here? 2. Is that the correct card? 3. We are getting there, guys. It's a little bit nerve-wracking, isn't it? Hoping you've picked the best pack in the deck. The best pack in the choice. Pick a pack. Okay, pack number 3 for group 2 is challenging to find. That's okay. We don't mind a challenge because we know within all challenges there are your special gifts. And the card is, have we selected the correct cards? Number 1, number 2, number 3 for pack 2. This is the color green. Oh, this is so interesting. So interesting. What do we need to hear about that? Can we just get... So this is why it's interesting is it has some association with the previous reading. Oh my goodness, it's quite bizarre. Is that connected with that? All right, we're going to read it as it is. So unlike number 1, where we've got the 2 of Swords, we have here the 2 of Wands. Now, the 2 of Wands is also about making a decision, just like the 2 of Swords, trying to make a decision. However, the 2 of Wands is about making a decision with passion. So the Wands represent that passion, that fire, that creativity. And this would imply that perhaps you have been in recent past contemplating changing your world. Like literally, should I stay in this world that I've created for myself, or should I step forward into a new world? This might be going overseas, could even just be going overseas for a trip. It might be launching into a marriage or moving cities or changing careers. Should I keep doing life, Groundhog Day, same old, or just enjoying what is in my comfort zone? Or could I move into a new world? This is the question that feels like has been on your mind. And like I say, it could be anything from moving out of a relationship into singledom or a different style relationship, or it could be anything that is literally going to change your actual lifestyle and your passion for life. Now, like the last one, we've got another business or work-related card. This gorgeous card is the 8 of Pentacles, and she or he is loving her line of work, loving it, like loves it, and is really good at it. It's like a trade, and it's something that you potentially are very much able to grow in that business. And this implies that there is growth to be had, and within that growth you will grow within yourself, like your personal power, your inner confidence, your self-esteem. So this is a great space to be in. So if that question you were asking yourself, like last month or last week or even yesterday, was something about your job, then this feels very relevant to either stay in the job with a new mindset or get a job or career or business that is something you're good at, that you're passionate about, that you like doing, you enjoy on the days, but you also see room to bloom. And then what's very interesting, coming up in the future, we have the 4 of Swords, which after that fun time in your enjoying your work and its growth, along the way, when we are growing in anything, we certainly don't have necessarily a free flow. Like growth does not look like this, does it? We all know that growth kind of looks like, okay, goes a bit all over the show, doesn't it? And therefore, when that happens, it's important to go within. So you can see this person's kind of got into their shell, they've gone into a cocoon. In fact, this little picture is of somebody curled up in their nest. So really having some hibernation time. It's not about hibernating though, it's about reflection. It's about having some stillness to allow the missing piece of the puzzle to come to you like a spontaneous piece of inspiration. So you might be going on this crazy ride of evolution within your business or personal life, and then you hit a bit of a speed bump and you're like, oh my God, this is too hard, I should quit. And so no, you just need some stillness. Do not quit. No, just take some time to be in the silence, the stillness, the alone time, the solitude with yourself, so that you can hear the answers appear out of thin air. Literally, that's actually what happens. You know what this is like when you have this random idea out of the blue. You can be in the shower, singing away to a song and washing your hair, and suddenly you have this brainwave. Well, you can't get those brainwaves if you're immersed in thought and always doing, right? Now, because that was a little bit of a but then what kind of card, I just pulled an extra card for this deck to get more clarity. And once again, it's about business, it's about money, or that grounding practical way of life. This is the Page of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Pentacles is not dissimilar to the Ace of Pentacles, where you're launching a new business idea or the start of something. This also implies that this is possible, or that in this case it's actually potentially started, but it's still in its infancy. So just remember that if you are this person that's really loving work and you see potential, remember you're only at the beginning. There's so much more coming, and it's very possible so long as you remind yourself that you're right here, right now, enjoying the moment and growing as an individual, boosting your self esteem, how you see yourself, really growing on that personal power level, like building the inner strength, which actually also means taming the inner beast so that you can let go of any handbrakes or chains that are holding you back. And that can be metaphorically, but it can also be like this could be your environment, it could be subconscious, old conditioning, limiting beliefs, or it could be a person. It's just being aware that you are very much, this number 2 pack, the green, is very much in a midstream career, business, life calling, brewing phase. This is just the beginning. This is just the there's so much more to be unraveled. So enjoy the moment and be aware that other things will come, other opportunities, and the best and most efficient flow for you to receive this is to ensure you have stillness, some time out where your mind can let go of the thoughts, and then the universe can just throw that inspiration into that empty mind of yours. And that way, it will be the fastest way to get what you want in your practical security, career, property, business, house situation. Because all of this could be about you doing up your house, or all of this could be about you starting a business, or all of this could be about you sorting your life out. Anything that's just a practical human opportunity to grow as the days pass. Do not stay stagnant. And remember, sometimes the growth doesn't look as smooth as this. And that's pretty much the way it goes for the majority of people. So you're okay. It's completely normal. You are amazing, and you are yet to bloom. Consider yourself a flower, only just starting to open the petals. And when you get stuck, contemplate and be willing to allow your business to gradually move forward, or your career or your project at hand. Whew, need some water after that one. Whew. Launching into number 3. We're all about the white here. White. The white pomander is one of my favorites because white is just so cleansing on everything, right? It looks pure. It's also the epitome of white light, the divine essence of pure love. So let's look into pack number 3, where I'm pulling out my very special deck. I literally got this deck, I think I was 19 or 20 when I got this deck. That's telling you a few stories, isn't it? What do we need to hear for this person here right now? Pack number 3. Pack number 3. We just want card number 1. Card number 1. 1. Is that card number 1 for pack 3, for group 3? Tell me in the comments, have you chosen your pack on a number, a color, or the actual deck? A number, a color, or the choice of tarot decks? 1, 1, 2, 3, 3. Are these the correct cards for pack? It's going to be interesting, isn't it? Since the last 2 had some common denominators in it. And this time, wow. Magic. Magic. Oh my goodness. The first card is the Magician. I'll try and show you these up closer so that you can actually appreciate the different imagery. And the Magician is all about casting out that intention, really getting clear on what you want. So if you've been thinking about what you'd like to do and putting it on paper even for a better result in the last little while, you've done well. I tell you this because the results are good. Because what we have here is an idea, the casting of this spell into the universe. It's basically making a wish. It's yet not like you don't think it's going to come true. It's like setting a goal that you're determined to achieve, except for we're getting the universe to co-create with you. So the Magician, if you've had your eye on the prize, or if you haven't, I'd be surprised, because the results of this are the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, it sits very pretty in his world or her world, depending how you want to view this storyline. He or she, we all have masculine components within us, masculine energies, personality traits that are helpful for us to get ahead and achieve what we want. Well, we know this because we talked about this last night in tarot and cosmic consulting class, didn't we, Michelle? And this is saying that we have to have our masculine energy within us to launch forward our wonderful feminine energetic ideas. So the Magician, he is the magic maker, but he needs his feminine component to allow that to come into play. So what I love about this so much, it does have a little bit of alignment with the other 2, is that in between this wish and this result, which is basically what's happening here. I mean, time frames, now we want to know time frames, but it's on path. And there's a message for this middle card, okay? This middle card is all about the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords is the moving from rough waters to calmer seas. Okay, you can see that if you look close. Don't know if you can see it quite in the light. It's also the swords, which are thoughts. So it is a reminder that wherever you go, there you are, that there your mind is. So if you move towns or change relationships and you haven't changed your mindset, you will have absolutely create the same thing. However, since we have seen the magic of the before and after, we know that you are going to change that mindset. We know you are actually letting that shit go and you are taking responsibility for creating a pretty awesome, abundant life of a great lifestyle as well. So this, it sort of implies that it might be business related as well because of how staunch and set up the king or kingness of Pentacles is. I'm really encouraging a lot of you to get clear on what you're doing to make money, because this will set you, oh, I say money. Do you know what? I've got that wrong. Excuse me, it's not the King of Pentacles, it's the King of Wands. So that changes slightly. That actually implies that, yes, could mean that you're meeting a sexy King of Wands, a sexy older man who knows himself pretty well. He's also pretty creative. Or it could be you turning into your expanded version of yourself. You coming into your strength, your creativity, your kingdom, your kingness. But it doesn't mean you cannot be the King of Pentacles to some degree in it. I take that back though. It does not mean you're necessarily physically sitting in abundance. This is more emotionally or passionately. Could be a start of a great love affair if you're after a sexy older man. Although, you can look at that as a female if they are more of your counterbalance in the masculine and feminine energies. So just because I have confused you a little, let's begin at the beginning while we're at the end. Whatever you've been putting out there for, you will be needing to do a process of resetting your mind so you don't take old thoughts, old beliefs, old patterns, old memories, old resentments, old lack of forgiveness. You're going to have to let all that go. And if you do, you'll go from rough waters to calmer seas. You'll get yourself an easier life, is what it says. It will just feel easier, not as much drama going on, not as much stress, not as much overthinking. And the result, you either come into the height of your passion, creativity, and expression, self-expression, or you meet someone who represents that, and it's a beautiful match for you in your life. Of course, there's lots of different people watching this video, so therefore you will find and realize in the upcoming time which one it was for you. However, if you are clear on what your intention was by being the magician a few months ago, a few weeks ago, yesterday, whenever you decided to throw that spell out there, maybe you did it on the new moon. It was a very powerful new moon in Aries, just gone last week. If you have been setting clear intentions and you're doing the work currently to transform that mindset into something more empowering, you are going to get the rewards. All of these readings are amazing. They are really encouraging to say that if you happen to watch this reading, you cannot lose. Everybody is on a bit of a ride, but there are some personal shifts that every single person, the 1, 2, 3, the blue, green, white, whatever deck you chose, I feel you have been consciously making the progress, and it's going to pay off. Let me say this. I would say time frame within a 12-month period. Maybe sooner for some of you who have put that out there for this particular reading. But it does require a conscious shift. Therefore, good luck. Let me know. Tell me in the comments, and we will look forward to catching you next week. Will I be around next week? Yes, we have a special. I'm going to be coming to you live from the Aurasoma studio next Tuesday at 4:44. We hope to see you there, and be prepared to ask some extra questions to Brenda, who will give you a color analysis of your reading or of your potential healing requirements. How cool is that, right? Okay, we will see you soon. These are the Aurasoma products, so if you want to ask Brenda anything else about them, you can do that next week, or you can email me. All right, guys, been fantastic to have you here. Let me know in the comments which color you chose and whether the reading relates to you. Bye for now. Lots of love.